channel. Going to cover a lot of topics. We're going to talk about tractors, different implements. We're going to talk about how to clear land with it, do backyard, front yard design, landscaping. So we're going to go over a whole number of tractor topics. So part of the reason I wanted to make this video is when I was shopping for a tractor, I was kind of wondering, all right, based off of what I want to do, what size do I need, what implements should I get in addition to what we already have. Also, we were looking at, when we got it narrowed down between different manufacturers, I wanted to see videos of the tractor actually doing the work that I was going to be doing with it. So I wanted to see the grapple work, I wanted to see the loader work, backhoe work, rather than just walk around videos. So that's going to be the purpose of this channel, is to cover all those topics and discuss things. So right now we bought 14 acres, about the central part of North Carolina. So we're going to clear that land from scratch. So we're going to take down a bunch of trees, do some grading work, backhoe work, we're going to put in pipes. So this machine's going to get a lot of use. Give you a little bit of rundown on the machine. Decided to go with the Kioti CK3520SE, obviously the cab model. We got the KL 4030 loader on it. They do a 4030C, which is the Canadian version. From what I gather, it's only about 100 pounds loader difference between the two. And it's really up to the manufacturer which one you get. So far I've been pretty happy with it. We put it through its paces the last few days, seeing what it could do, and it's done quite a good job with it. I'll start from the front of the tractor. We got this one in with the KL 4030 loader series on it. Advertised, it's just under 1,900 pounds of lifting capacity. So far I hadn't had any issues moving any dirt with it at all, and you really don't feel that weight on the bucket, especially with the weight of tires on the back. If you're new to tractors, I highly recommend getting weighted tires. It's going to make your tractor a lot more stable, especially if you're hauling heavy loads on the front. But also if you are going to be putting heavy loads like gravel or grappling up logs, certainly put a heavy input on the back in addition to it. In this case, we've got our KB2475L backhoe. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on, but we decided to go with the 12-inch mainly for the landscaping ideas with it. So we'll be digging some bushes, running some pipe. So the 12-inch a little bit easier to repair, especially if you're digging trenches. All right, so let's take a look at inside of this one. So this is the cab model with the SE. So later on, we're going to see what this one's going to do. This is called the link pedal. And we're going to have a video of that being used, but essentially it ties in your RPMs with your hydrostat. For the most part, the cab is very similar to any other cab on the market. It's still got most of your same functions, your 3-range hydrostat, your lever for your loader. One thing I liked about the SE model is it does come standard with 2 levers. So this is for the rear remotes. So one is spring loaded, so if you're using a scrape blade that you can hook to a hydraulics and maneuver the angle on, spring loaded, so it'll go back and forth so you can move that around. In this case we're using the backhoe, which it'll go and it'll stay in a singular spot. One of the more useful tools I think we're going to end up using will be the third function on the front, which is right here. We had Kioti go ahead and factory install it when the tractor was ordered. So if you're wanting to do a lot of grapple work, which we're going to be doing, clearing this land, the grapple would connect to the third function so you can open and close the implement. One thing I did like about Kioti versus some of the other tractor brands out there was where they've got the hydraulic placement. So some of the companies I saw, the hydraulics are connected down here almost behind the tire, which I didn't really care for too much, and a lot of it was exposed, it wasn't wrapped. So going through the woods and what I'm going to be doing with it as far as the clearing, I really like how that was wrapped up and the hydraulics connections are raised up higher out of the way. One thing I did see on several of the forums, which I haven't seen yet or had any issues with, is looking at these bolts. Some people talk about the bolts becoming loose over time. So I just took a little bit of the so like an aircraft bolt paint. Basically just shows if the bolt has come untorqued or not, or is moved. Threw some of that on all these points. Also, to start off with, did throw some down here on the lug nuts on the tire. So far, I've not had any issues with it or any of the bolts loosening up. So we'll see how that goes over the next several hours with it. Right now, I only got 5 hours on the tractor, so you can see it's still pretty clean for the most part. A couple of things that we did decide to add. Looking inside is on Amazon, we did get a fire extinguisher mount connected nicely to this handle that goes up around the door. And we also installed a aftermarket radio just for creature comforts. Alright, so today we're going to be operating in a link pedal. So it's kind of hard to tell, but you get the link pedal icon on the dash. So as I push down further on the hydrostat, my RPMs are going to increase, which is going to help out with the loader work, make it a little more efficient. So as you go into that dirt pile, you don't have to keep adjusting RPM settings. You don't have to keep your tractor at a high RPM or a low RPM. It'll just kind of sync. So as I let it off, it's kind of like a gas pedal of sorts. Alright, so let's go dig into the dirt pile here, kind of show you what we got. I haven't put the teeth on this one yet. The teeth will be coming. We're doing the leveling bar on this one. I tend to do a lot of landscaping work with it as well. So just go into that mulch pile, rotate it out. You can kind of hear those RPMs increase as you go into the dirt pile, pressing the pedal down, which is kind of nice. And as you're backing out, nice low RPM setting. Makes it a little bit quieter, not quite running the tractor as hard. We'll go ahead and just add this to our existing pile we got. Seen some comments talking about where you can't raise and lower at the same time, which I think Kubota has that ability, but I haven't really found that it's a hindrance when doing the loader work. It's been pretty good so far. Still make quick work of it. Alright, so we're going to get this dirt pile moved, and then we'll do some more backhoe scratching and go into the backhoe. I was talking about a second ago, these are 14 tires. They're cleaning themselves out from mud pretty good, which is definitely what we want to see as far as what we're going to be doing, landscaping work, moving dirt. So a little bit of what we're fixing to do here. We're going to move around, move a little bit of this mulch, and tie it into our existing pile here. Turn that and see if we can get us some decent soil moved. So let's just see what the tractor can do. Some of you are wondering why I'm sitting a little bit further up on the seat. Got a little helper with me here today. He's always excited to go take a tractor ride. Alright, so you can see we kind of dug out a pretty good size hole with the other Bobcat tractor. Got it started already. We're going to come back. We're going to do a little bit more digging with the backhoe, show some of the backhoe capabilities. This particular one that I got on order, planning on doing landscaping with it. So I ended up going with the 12-inch. A little bit easier to dig bushes, maybe dig some ditches. So we're going to be putting that one to use more on the landscaping side of things, not really on the construction side. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed getting started with us on our first round of videos. We're excited to see what comes up in the next year and a half or so. Cleaning up the land and getting the house built, talking about all the construction and moving dirt. Hope you guys subscribe, follow along, like the videos, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks moving some more dirt. Thanks.